So it's now nearly been a week since we received the gameplay trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and in that time a ton of people have come up with theories and predictions regarding the game, and the one that is getting a ton of traction is the possibility of Peter Parker turning into Venom. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, that's never happened before. Well, actually in the Ultimate Comics, we see Pete fully Venom out for a brief moment when he was reminded of his Uncle Ben's death. He doesn't stay like this for long, however, as shortly after he frees himself of the symbiote. So do I think that this Pete is gonna end up being the Venom we see in this alleyway? Well, no. But I do think that we will see some Venom tendencies start to show, and we've already got a look at a couple just from the gameplay trailer. Of course, the obvious one being the eye shape changing at the end of the trailer. The eyes definitely do take the shape of Venom's, as you can see here, highlighting that the symbiote is taking control of Pete. But in this scene, we also hear him say this.
He got away from us.
Now, he could totally be saying this to Miles, who is just standing out of frame, but he does sort of say it to himself quietly. So could this be him talking to the symbiote? We know that the symbiote and its host tend to describe themselves as a pair, saying things like we and us. And this is something that Venom is known for doing. I mean, he says it in the reveal trailer. And if this is the case for Peter, then it's safe to say that his bond with the symbiote is already quite strong. And this brings me to my next point, that in this trailer we hear Miles say this.
Hey man, new threads?
Now that gives us the impression that this is the first time Miles has seen the symbiote, so Pete must have only just acquired it. Well, maybe not, as we know Insomniac love to give us edited or chopped up trailers which turn out to be completely different come the game's launch. For instance, for the first game, they gave us a trailer at E3 which shows Spider-Man fighting Mr. Negative, but when it came to the final release, it was just a demon henchman. But this is almost an industry norm, like the No Way Home trailer cut out the other two Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was also cut out of the Civil War trailer, so it's not so far-fetched to say that in this trailer, they may have altered some lines or replaced a few to give us the impression that Miles has never seen the symbiote suit before. I mean, we can't really read his lips here, so he could actually be saying anything.
I like turtles.
The main reason I'm pointing this out is because there's usually some sort of development from Pete getting the symbiote to him starting to become a dick. Like it should be something that gradually evolves and takes over him, but from the voice in this trailer, it's clearly evident that the symbiote is affecting him massively. And Yuri Lowenthal himself has come out and gave us a boatload of intel on how they approach the voice of Pete, especially when donning the symbiote suit. We took extra special care for when Spidey is just regular go happy lucky Spidey, and when Spidey gets something going on, being the symbiote suit. And there's a lot of colors. You saw some of them in the trailer they just dropped, but you ain't seen nothing yet. So he says there's lots of colors. Well, that gives me further reason to believe that Pete in this trailer has had the suit for a while, because there's no way they're gonna jump from regular go happy Spidey to this.
I warned you about going after Connors. Craven wants a hunt. I'll give him one he'll never forget.
Craven's checking off his.
We don't have much time. Move.
What a dick.
That's black and white, and definitely not exploring the different colors. I really do think that we are going to see a developmental change for Pete, and this mission from the trailer could fit somewhere in the middle of that, and eventually it will end with a showdown between Pete and Miles, where Miles will essentially have to save Pete from the symbiote taking over. From the evidence shown being the eye change, his general angry demeanor, and the way he is talking, it's safe to say he is letting the symbiote get the better of him. But will this go so far to him growing teeth and wanting to bite people's heads off? I really don't think so. But then we have to have a look at who is the other likely candidates to become Venom. And besides for Pete, I can think of three options, two of which are pretty obvious, being Harry Osborn and Eddie Brock. Harry, of course, had the symbiote at the end of both Spider-Man 2018 and Miles Morales, and it is essentially what is keeping him alive during this time. Harry has become Venom in the past, and based off what we've seen, he is the frontrunner for many people. We do hear Pete say in the trailer that he is dying, and that Kurt Connors is the only one who can save him. And maybe because Pete yoinked the symbiote, his condition is only getting worse, and giving it back to him might be the only way to save him. Next we have Eddie Brock, who is confirmed to be in the Insomniac universe, and canonically speaking is the one who ends up being Venom most of the time. There were rumors that went out saying that he will end up being Venom and that we will be playing as Eddie in certain missions, but none of that has been confirmed. It's also worth mentioning that in the prequel comic for Spider-Man 2, J. Jonah Jameson did buy back the Daily Bugle, which is a perfect setup for how we will be introduced to the character of Eddie Brock. In saying that, I do feel like Insomniac are gonna keep the identity of Venom under wraps until either a final trailer or until we find out by playing the game ourselves. But the third and final viable option for Venom is none other than Kraven the Hunter. He has donned the symbiote in the comics, and so far we know that his primary motive in this game is to find an equal or a worthy challenge. And if we go back to the original reveal trailer, he says this:
"Will one of you finally give me what I desire?" Yes, we will.
So could Kraven track down Venom and in the process obtain the symbiote for himself? That's definitely a possibility, but I'm really curious, who do you guys think will be Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2? Do you think he'll be Pete himself or someone else entirely? Make sure you comment your answers down below, but either way, things are looking good so far for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And if you want to learn all the juicy details from the gameplay trailer, make sure you click this video here. I hope you enjoyed this one, and as always guys, take care.